I've seen for myself how students in Palestine, every which way, their lives are stymied by the occupation. And I met a woman from Bethlehem University who told me how the Israelis shut down the universities at exam time, which is a bit tough. It ruins people's lives, it upsets people's lives and makes higher education something which we more or less take for granted, much more difficult to access. And then I went to work in Palestine as a human rights monitor in 2006, and I saw young men at the checkpoint being forced to get off the bus. They were going on the bus to their university. They lived in Tulkarem and their university was in Nablus. And they were forced to get off the bus and all their IDs were taken away and they were checked one by one by one, very, very slowly. I just thought what it's like to take exams, how crucial they are. You know, say in my life, my exams were really, really crucial and very, very stressful. But these guys didn't even know if they were going to make the examination room. I think this closing down of the universities and sometimes the schools is a way of de-skilling the occupied Palestinians. And FOBSU seems to me to be a creative way of supporting Palestinians who are attempting to claim their human rights to an education. I decided to send some money to help with supporting students through university, having seen how difficult it was for them even to get to university. I had friends and I talked to them about it and they said, oh yes. So for about 3 years, I was getting checks from my friends as well as my profits. It's called the Dorset Scholarship because I live in Dorset. Dorset gave me a scholarship to go to university quite a long time ago. And it just seemed appropriate. Sponsorship is a very satisfying thing to do because it's positive. It helps a young person on their way, a young person who's going to have a lot of difficulties put in their way. And you get an update once a year on how they're doing, and they write something in English themselves. They write you a little resume and you hear a bit about their family and why they need sponsorship. So that's quite nice to know. And whereas quite a lot of one's activism is quite depressing, sponsoring a student is really heartwarming.